Hi, my name is Amar. Let's continue with our To-Do app. In this video, I will show you how to save data to the table. Now here you can see I have deleted all the values from the task table. Now if I run the project, then we will see a output like this, data not found. Okay. Now to add the task to the table, what I have done here, I have created a button, floating action button, having the label as add task. And to create this floating action button, here I have written the code. You can see floating action button dot extended. In the label I have specified add task. In the icon I have used icons dot add, and in the on praised, here I have called a method display add task window, and the definition of this method is given here. Okay, so if I hit on this button, then you will see this design is coming where I can provide the title, we can provide the description, and we can select the priority. Okay, so this design code is written inside this display add task window method. Let's see. Here what I have done, here I have written get.bottomSet. Now in the container you can see I have used a decoration, and in the box decoration I have used a border radius property, and I have given the border radius dot only from top right and top left, having the value as 16. Okay. The container color is white. Now as a child I have used a padding widget, and in the padding I have specified a padding from left, right and top, having the value as 16. Okay. After that, as a child of this padding, I have used a list view widget. Why I have used list view? To make the content scrollable, right? Now as a children of the list view, I have used a column widget, and in the cross axis alignment, here I have written cross axis alignment dot start. As a children of the column widget, I have used a text widget having the text as add task, and after that I have applied some styles. That's why this add task is visible here. Okay. After that there is a sized box. After that there is a text field. Now in this text field, in the controller, here I have written controller.title editing controller. Okay. Now this controller is nothing but the instance of the home controller. Now if I go to the home controller, then you will see here I have used text editing controller, and here I have given the name as title editing controller and description editing controller, right? And in the onInit method, what I have done, I have created the objects, as you can see. Okay. Now let me move to the home view. Similarly, for the description text field in the controller, here I have specified controller.description editing controller, right? After that, to select the priority, here I have used a drop down button which is wrapped inside OBX widget. Okay. Now in the items, here I have used drop down menu item. In the value I have specified 1, and in the child I have used a text widget having the text as high priority. This means if someone selects high priority, then the value will be 1. If someone selects medium priority, then the value will be 2. And if someone selects low priority, then the value will be 3. Okay. And here in the value, I have written controller.selectedPriority.value.toString. Now if I move to the home controller, then you can see that here I have created a variable named as selected priority, having the initial value as 1, and this selected priority variable is observable. Okay. Now here in the value I have written controller.selectedPriority.value.toString. The initial value of selected priority is 1. So by default, high priority will be selected for this drop down button. Okay. Now in the hint, I have specified a text widget, and in the text I have written select task priority is expanded is true. And in the on changed, here I have written controller.selectedPriority.value equals to in.parse selected value. This means whatever priority we are selecting from the drop down button, that I am converting to integer, and after that I am assigning that value to the selected priority variable of the controller. Okay. After that there is a sized box, then there is a row widget. In the row widget, you can see in the children I have used a OBX widget, and in the OBX widget I am using a raised button. In the raised button, as a child, I have used a text widget. In the text widget, here I have written controller.isProcessing.value equals to true. Now if I move to the home controller, then you can see here I have created a variable named as isProcessing, having the initial value as false, and this variable is also observable, right? So here you can see if the value of is processing is true, then the label of the button will be processing, otherwise it will be save. Now the initial value of is processing is false, so the label will be save. That's why this save is visible here, right? And whenever we will click on the button, at that time, if and only if the value of is processing is false, then only this save task method will be called, right? Now in the save task method, what I am passing the value of this title text field. As you can see, controller.title editing controller.text. I am passing the value of this description text field, that is this one, and I am passing the value which we are selecting from the drop down button, okay? And this save task function is defined here. Here you can see this save task method is taking title, description and priority, okay? And inside this save task method, here I have written controller.savetask. This means I am calling the save task method of controller, okay? And in this save task method, what I am doing, I am passing a map, okay? In this map, the first key is title, having the value as title. The second key is description, having the value as description. And the third key is priority, having the value priority, okay? Now, and after that I am calling the get.back method, right? Now, if I move to the controller, then you will see that here I have created the method save task, okay, which is taking a map. Now inside this method, here I have used a try catch block. In the try block, here I have written is processing true. This means whenever this save task function will be called, the value of is processing will be true. After that, here I have written task provider dot save task data. The data means this one, okay? This means there is a method save task in task provider. Now let me move to task provider. In the task provider, you can see here I have created a method save task which is taking a map. And after that, there is a try catch block. In the try, you can see here I have written await post, because we are posting the data to the server. After that, here I am calling this URL, right? And after that, I am passing the data which has been stored here, right? After that, if response.status has error, if there is any kind of error, then this future.error will be returned. Otherwise, response.body result will be returned. Now, why I have written response.body result, that I will discuss later on. And if there is any exception, again this future.error will be returned, okay? Now, obviously, this save task method, the URL which I have written here, that is created in the server, okay? Now, let me move to the server. Now, here I have created the function. Let me move to api.php. In the api.php, you can see here I have created save task, having the root name as save task. And whenever this save task root will be called, at that time it will call the save task method of app controller, okay? Now let me move to app controller. Inside the app controller, you can see I have created this save task method, okay? And inside this save task method, it is retrieving the value from title, retrieving the value from description, and retrieving the value from priority. And these names are same which I have specified here. You can see this is the key name, title, description and priority. I am retrieving the value from this title, description and priority, okay? And so here I have written request.title, request.description and request.priority. After that, I have created the object of app model, and after that I am calling the save task method of the app model. And while calling this save task method of app model, I am passing the value which is stored in title, description and priority, okay? Now let me move to app model. Now in the app model, you can see this save task method is created, which is taking title, description and priority. After that, here I have written db table task, because in this table I am inserting the value. To insert the value, here I have written insert get id. After that, I have used the task name column. In the task name column, the title will be stored. In the task description column, the description will be stored. And in the task priority, the priority will be stored, okay? And if the query is executed successfully, then the value of this insert query will be greater than 0. And if it is greater than 0, then what it will return? Result data result equals to success. And if it fails to insert data, then in the result fail will be stored, okay? So here in the task provider, you can see here I have written if the response is successful, then return response dot body result. Why I have written result? Because here the data is stored inside result. Okay, so here either success or failure will be stored. Okay, now let me move to home controller once again. So here I have written task provider save task data dot then response. Now inside this response, what will be stored, success or fail. Okay, so here I have checked if response equals to success. This means if data is stored successfully in the table, then I will call a function clear text editing controllers to clear the text fields. Okay, and this function is created here. You can see in the clear text editing controller function, here I have cleared the title editing controller, and here I have cleared the description editing controller. Okay, after that, is processing false. This means the value is processing will be false. After that, the show snack bar method will be called, having the title as add task, having the message as task added, having the color as green. Okay, and after that, lst task dot clear means whatever value stored in this lst task, that will be cleared. And after that, I am calling a method refresh list. Now this refresh list method I have created here. In this refresh list method, what I am doing, I am initializing the value of page as 1, and after that again I am calling the get task method. Okay, now get task method I have already discussed in my previous video, right? Now here, if the response is not success, then this else portion will execute. In this else portion, again I am calling the show snack bar method, having the title as add task, having the message as fail to add task, and the color as colors dot red. Okay, and while saving the data, if there is any kind of error, then this on error will be executed. Here is processing will be false, and again the show snack bar method will be called, having the title as error, message as error dot toString, and the background color as colors dot red. Similarly, if any exception occurs, then inside the catch block is processing will be false. So snack bar will be, let me change it to exception, and here the message will be exception dot toString, and the background color will be colors dot red. Okay, now this code is now complete. And let me tell you one more thing. In the on close method, here we need to dispose the title editing controller and description editing controller, right? Now let me do a hard restart, and once it is restarted, there is some error. Let me check it. It is not connected to network actually, that's why we are getting this error. Now let me do a hot restart once again. Okay, fine. Now let me click on add task. Now let me provide the title. Let it be demo title. Let me give a description, demo description. Okay, and after that let me choose the priority as low priority. Okay, and after that let me click on this save button. Now once the save button is clicked, then you can see the data is saved to the table. That's why it is coming in this list view. Let me show you the table as well. Let me execute this. You can see this demo title, demo description with the priority 3 is saved to the table, and the data is retrieved and displayed to our app. Okay, I hope you have liked my video. If you have liked my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching.